All right, so this is Karjaka coming at you. This is our second episode, if you will. Anyway, and so a thought I had today was basically, so this is my L35 AF Nikon point and shoot camera. It's mine, but it's really my mother's. It's the first point and shoot that my father had helped her buy back in the 90s. And if you are a camera buff, it is a classic. It looks great with Ilford film. It's got this cool side lugs, which were a nice feature. And for me, it's like when I'm going out to different places or I'm on the run, and sometimes I don't want to carry around a heavy camera or like a heavy film camera or digital camera or something that I have to put like a lot of weight on my neck, or if I'm going to an event or party, this is still kind of fun. You'll find that on eBay and Craigslist and a variety of other places, I'm sure, in your local camera shop like PhotoCare here in New York. You can find cameras like these. Your point and shoots, they're kind of making a comeback. And a friend of mine said to me the other day, like, because it said basically like because I was shooting like photos that, I mean, this does all the, like, this does the focus, this does the aperture priority, the exposure. Basically all you're doing is just, again, pointing and shooting it, like basically through the little viewfinder right here, and not even through the lens, not TTL, through the lens. And basically saying like, well, you're not really taking photographs, you're not really a photographer when people use this camera. And I tend to disagree, because for me, the way I studied photography growing up was through like just framing up things with my hands, right? So building my eye, that was a big thing my father, who's a photographer, taught me when I was very young in the park, is just kind of framing things up, how to view things. And the same way with a viewfinder camera, whether it's a Leica or a point and shoot, there's something to be said about really kind of developing how you're looking through the world. And because these cameras only take 35 24 or 35 frames, you have to also be very specific on, you have to wait and recompose and actually get into the actual craft and art of like composition. Whereas in today's world, when we're shooting with our iPhones, it's just like, because there's no film, everything is all about speed. Everything is about like ease. So we're not really kind of slowing things down and taking our time. And so today I wanted to just talk about the fact that, like, whether you're using your iPhone or using a point and shoot like my little L35 AF, take your time. Just because you have digital, or even with film, it's just like, just because you have a lot available doesn't mean you have to use all of it immediately. Stock your scene, like wait for it, look for that beautiful light, wait for that small little moment. You don't have to shoot 400 in what we call spray and pray. You can take 2 photos, and that second one or first one may be amazing. My parting notes, basically, if you're taking 100 photographs and you get 10 good ones, there's likelihood you might get 1 or 2 really great photographs out of 100. And that's what I teach my students over at Parsons School of Design here in New York, and now I'm teaching to you. So keep taking photographs, relax, take a couple beats, a breath or two, and wait for your moment. And whether it's your point and shoot, or your big Canon or Sony camera, or your iPhone, just because you have the space and the megabytes doesn't mean you need to use them. Wait for it, and you'll be pleasantly surprised. All right, that's me. That's it for right now. And I'm Karjaka. Goodbye.